Picture yourself walking alone in a quiet room, surrounded by shadows that dance in the flicker of a single candle. The world outside hums with chaos, rising voices, relentless deadlines, and the insistent hum of modern distractions. You pause for a moment, overwhelmed, and then, as if summoned by your silence, the wisdom of a distant figure speaks, not in loud proclamations, but in quiet, measured truths. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, has something to tell you. Something you didn't know you needed to hear. Let us walk through this story together, where ancient Rome and today's struggles collide, and where the emperor himself teaches us not with decrees, but with lessons written in solitude, words penned for himself that now guide millions. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, seated under the dim glow of an oil lamp. The marble halls of the Roman palace echo faintly in the night. Outside, soldiers prepare for war, citizens clamor for justice, and the Senate debates endlessly. It is easy to think of him as a towering symbol of power, yet in the quiet corners of his journal, he reveals his truest self, not a ruler but a human, grappling with uncertainty, anxiety, and the fragile impermanence of life. Does this sound familiar? Replace the marble halls with office spaces, the soldiers with co-workers, and the Senate with social media debates. The struggles remain the same, only disguised by time. Marcus knew that the weight of the world could crush even the strongest of hearts. And so he fought back, not with armies, but with wisdom. One night, Marcus wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Stop for a moment and let those words sink in. Can you hear the echo of their relevance in your own life? Today, we are bombarded by crises we cannot control. Relentless news cycles, the endless scroll of comparison on social media, the weight of global uncertainty. And yet, Marcus whispers to us from across centuries, asking us to pause and look inward. What is within your power? What can you truly command? It is not the opinions of others, nor the shifting tides of fortune, but your own mind, the seat of your perception, the fortress of your soul. Picture this: a man standing at the edge of a battlefield, not with a sword, but with clarity. His enemies are not soldiers, but distractions, self-doubt, and fear. The battlefield, your daily life. There is a curious paradox that Marcus knew well. He believed that true strength comes not from resistance, but from acceptance. One evening, as he gazed at the stars above the Roman skyline, he wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." Think about that for a moment. How often do we resist what is beyond our control? How often do we wish for circumstances to change instead of changing how we see them? The Stoic emperor knew that life would never unfold according to our desires. But he also knew that freedom lies in embracing the unpredictable nature of existence. Today, this wisdom asks us to reconsider our reactions. When faced with setbacks, are we clinging to a false sense of control, or are we flowing with the current of life? Marcus teaches us that peace is not found in controlling the storm, but in remaining steady as it rages. In the midst of ruling the vast Roman Empire, Marcus Aurelius wrote something deeply personal. What injures the hive injures the bee. He understood the profound interconnectedness of all human beings. His world may have lacked smartphones and instant messaging, but the human need for connection was as vital then as it is now. What can this mean for us today? It reminds us that our choices ripple outward. When we act with kindness, we heal not just others but ourselves. When we harm, we create wounds that spread beyond our reach. Marcus invites us to rise above selfish ambition and see the grander picture, a world where every individual action contributes to the collective whole. Imagine walking through a crowded street, where strangers brush past you without a glance. Yet, within each person is a story, a struggle, a flicker of hope. How might your perspective shift if you saw them not as obstacles in your day, but as part of your shared human experience? Marcus Aurelius also wrestled with a haunting truth: everything we cherish is temporary. His writings are filled with reflections on mortality. Do not act as if you have 10,000 years to throw away, he reminds us. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live, and it is in your power. It is a sobering thought, but also a liberating one. What if you lived as if today mattered more than tomorrow? What if you let go of petty grievances, of the endless pursuit of things that do not fulfill you, and instead focused on what truly counts? This is not a call to despair, but to action. Marcus teaches us that the brevity of life should inspire urgency, not fear. Let go of what weighs you down. Walk lighter. Be freer. Now, imagine Marcus Aurelius standing before you, not as an emperor, but as a fellow traveler on the road of life. He places a hand on your shoulder and asks, "What will you do with the time you have been given?" This is your moment. Pause. Reflect. Are you clinging to what you cannot control? Are you holding back from what truly matters? Marcus did not write his meditations for the world, but for himself. And yet, here we are, learning from his journey. Let his wisdom ignite something within you. Walk into tomorrow with clarity, purpose, and strength. Let go of distractions. Embrace what you can control. And most of all, remember, the battle for peace is fought within. If this message resonates, take it with you. Share it with others who might need to hear it. Subscribe to this channel for more timeless wisdom that can guide you through modern chaos. Let us continue walking this path together, learning from the wisdom of the past to thrive in the present. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius are not just echoes of history, they are lifelines for today. Let's use them.